Some decisions aren't easy, but when you feel relief after making that decision, you know you're on the right track. Welcome to the Solo Grind, where we have taken an up-close and personal look at what it takes to build your business solo. I have truly loved spending this time with you, but I think it might be time to say, see you later, my friends. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in once more to the Solo Grind. As some of you have guessed, this is my final episode, at least for now. I admit this episode is turning out to be a lot harder to record than I thought it was, and yet I also know that it's time to let this season of my life and this season of my business go. What started as an experiment 2 years ago has turned into one of the best things I have ever done. For those of you who have been with me from the beginning, you know I only promised to deliver 10 episodes. Back then, I didn't know if I would enjoy doing a podcast, and I wasn't sure I would want to keep it going. But over those first few months, I fell in love with the conversations that we were having, both on and off the air. And I couldn't imagine not producing this show until a few weeks ago, when a simple experiment turned into a really enlightening opportunity for growth. As I shared with you all in episode 81, What is AI Saying About You? On a whim, I asked ChatGPT a simple question. What can you tell me about Teresa Schlup? And as I shared in that episode, I was mostly happy with what it shared. But it also shined a light on how I have been accidentally sabotaging the business that I am building. And at the center of that sabotage is this podcast. Through my own brand audit and time spent digging a little deeper since recording that episode, I realized that I have been unintentionally positioning myself as a coach through the conversations that I've been having here on the Solo Grind. Now, having been a life coach in the past, it's hard to leave that behind. And I am always ready for a good conversation that inspires action, that leads to success, or at least leads to growth and knowledge and experience. But that is not the business that I want to build. Being a coach is not my passion, which is why I left that industry years ago. And while I admit I have seriously considered a few times shifting the focus of my business to coaching web design and branding, that doesn't fuel my soul either. I love being a web designer and a strategist. I love working one-on-one with clients, helping them realize their vision and translating that into the web design that I build. I don't feel the need to build an empire, and I definitely don't want to become an influencer. I simply want to be the best web designer that I know how to be and be available for the clients that I am meant to serve in this capacity. To accomplish that goal, I feel like it is time to return my focus to the work that I truly love doing. My friends, some things are only meant to be a season in our lives, and I feel like this podcast is one of those things for me. And I am ready for a new season. Well, actually, I'm ready to reclaim the season that helped build this business that I love in the first place. A season where I fueled my heart and soul and passion into having conversations about web design and how to show up as the real version of you online. Conversations that take you away from that cookie cutter website mindset so that you look like everybody else, and that guides you to creating something that is real and tangible, because that is where you stand out and that is where your business will grow. So, my friends, this is not goodbye. It's more like I will see you later. This new season is still in the building stages, and I won't have anything new for you right away, but you will see me again in a new way very, very soon. For now, I am going to refocus my energy on the things that I haven't had time to do lately, like putting the blogs out there on my website that I have written in my head a dozen times over, or giving some love and attention to the Solo Grind Central Library, where I share my resources and secrets to hopefully help make other people's lives a little bit easier as they build their business. I want to say before I go and sign off this one last time that I have so loved this time here with each and every one of you. The conversations that we have fueled my soul in more ways than words alone can express. The connections that I have made, the guests that have been a part of this show, each and every one of you have made my life just a little bit brighter. And every listener who has tuned in, these conversations have been for you because they were conversations that I just didn't think was happening enough in the entrepreneurial world. There is so much focus, too much focus on building an empire and becoming an influencer and honestly striving for a dream that isn't what most of us truly want. And I wanted to be the voice that came out and said, you get to determine what your success looks like, and only you can define the dream that you're chasing. And I feel like I've said that in a lot of different ways over the past couple years. So, as I said, I'm stepping away from the solo grind, at least for now. Who knows? I may decide to come back in a few months, or I might decide to publish a new series now and again. Only time will tell. But for now, let me just say I hope to see you again on the pages of my website where my passion and drive are still going strong. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you have amazing success ahead of you. Thanks for tuning in to the Solo Grind and being one of the people who make my life brighter. I truly have loved these conversations and have treasured this time with you. If you'd like to carry on the conversation or even just reach out and say hi, feel free to email me at theperfectblend@caffeinecreative.io or visit my website at caffeinecreative.io. I would love to hear from you.